What's the first thing you think about the moment you hear the word microbes? I usually think of some kind of infection, maybe a respiratory tract infection, or maybe an infection in the ear, or maybe something like an infection in the gut which is causing indigestion. Or maybe you are thinking about how you can wash your hands and get rid of all the dirty bad microbes. We usually think of microbes as very bad things, right? Turns out that certain microbes are good as well. There are some microbes which are essential for bodily functions like digestion. So it's these good microbes that we're going to discuss today. These good microbes are called probiotics. The probiotic microbes are usually either good bacteria or good fungi. These are found in the mouth, nose, on the skin, or even in our gut. And in fact, the gut microbes are the most important in this list. Now, you might be wondering, how is it possible that microbes are good for health? Let me explain how this works. So, these good microbes end up competing and fighting against the harmful microbes and then overpowering them. They don't let the harmful microbes reproduce, and because of that, they form a wall of defense against these harmful microbes. So the good microbes are killing the bad microbes. Okay, another place where probiotics are very important is when you take antibiotics. Let's say you have some kind of infection and the doctor prescribes a set of antibiotics to you. Now, let's imagine that this guy here is the antibiotic. What does the antibiotic do? It fights the microbes, right? Now, the thing about antibiotics is that they usually fight all types of microbes. They fight both the good ones and the bad ones. And so, at the end of the course of the antibiotic, the amount of good microbes are very less in your body. And so, what you want to do is you want to add probiotics to your diet so that you replenish some of these good microbes. Okay, where else are these good microbes useful? These good microbes are, yes, like we discussed, they improve digestion, they prevent diarrhea. They also do a very important role of boosting the immune system of the human body. Okay, so which foods contain probiotics? Because we should be having them, right? The best example of a food that contains probiotics is curd. Curd contains three types of microbes, three types of bacteria: Lactobacillus bulgaricus, Lactobacillus acidophilus, Streptococcus thermophilus. Now, all of these are bacteria and all of them are good bacteria. They're good for our gut health. Similarly, yogurt, which also has two of these bacteria that I mentioned, they're very similar to curd. Cheese also happens to have probiotic content. And let me write down the names of the bacteria that we find in some of the cheese. We've got doklas. I like doklas. Doklas also have the lactobacillus family in them. The last ingredient that we're going to discuss today is yeast. Not all yeast are probiotic, but some are. So I'll name one of them that is probiotic. Saccharomyces boulardii is a yeast which is used in making certain types of bread. This is what makes yeast is what makes bread fluffy, right? Okay, and this can be a probiotic. Okay, now what happens if our food is not able to supply us enough probiotics? Then we go ahead with taking supplements. You may have seen this at your grocery shop. This is a small bottle with fermented milk, which has a lot of spores of different bacteria. And it is very useful in helping your gut health. Now, sometimes doctors prescribe tablets as well. So that's usually when you take antibiotics. Antibiotics have this tendency to clear up the gut of all the good and bad bacteria, like we just discussed. And so you may have to take some probiotic tablets with them. Never self medicate, by the way. Go by only what the doctor has prescribed. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.